The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
On today's Smart 7, Rishi calls a snap general election, Post Office boss Paula breaks down at inquiry and much more. It's Thursday 23rd of May, it's World Turtle Day, and happy birthday Joan Collins.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
After what seems like about 4 years of speculation, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak finally announced a general election on Wednesday. He's chosen the 4th of July as the date, giving just 6 weeks of campaigning and facing a Labour Party that is currently 21 points ahead in the polls. It was a day of drama as Westminster speculation mounted, with meetings cancelled and David Cameron summoned back from a trip to Albania. Then finally, at about 5:15, the podium appeared outside number 10 and Rishi emerged into the pouring rain.
Now is the moment for Britain to choose its future, to decide whether we want to build on the progress we have made or risk going back to square one. Earlier today, I spoke with His Majesty the King to request the dissolution of Parliament. The King has granted this request, and we will have a general election on the 4th of July.
Given that the government had spent over £2 million on a custom indoor briefing room, having the Prime Minister stand outside while protesters blasted "Things can only get better" didn't seem like the best way to start a campaign. In fact, it's hard to sell the idea that you're the party with the plan when Rishi Sunak is standing in the rain and didn't even bring an umbrella. Not long after that, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer appeared indoors and unmolested by music from protesters to deliver his election message, and he is keeping it simple.
Now, it will feel like a long campaign, I'm sure of that. But no matter what else is said and done, that opportunity for change is what this election is about.
Wednesday saw former Post Office CEO Paula Vennells make an appearance in front of the Horizon inquiry. She was in charge between 2012 and 2019, a period where prosecutions of sub-postmasters continued, even though there was mounting evidence of wrongful convictions, and internally the Post Office had become aware of flaws with the Horizon IT system. She was directly accused of lying to MPs when she previously testified in front of a Commons committee and said that every prosecution over the Horizon IT system had been successful.
I fully accept now that the Post Office, the Post Office knew that. Personally, I didn't know that, and I'm incredibly sorry that that happened to those people and to so many others.
She apologised to all of the sub-postmasters and their families and said she wished she had known more at the time. Lord Arbuthnot, who is a member of the Horizon Compensation Advisory Board, was unmoved by either her tears or her apologies.
Astonishing. The question is it credible? She was either telling the truth but displaying an incompetence of gargantuan scale, or she was not telling the truth.
In all likelihood, the event that sparked Rishi's snap election call on Wednesday was the publication of the latest inflation figures. They came in at 2.3%, which was still somewhat higher than expected, but enough for Rishi to declare at his rain-soaked podium that inflation was back to normal. There are some concerns that even though the headline number is the lowest for 3 years, that service inflation and property inflation remain high. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt was still cautiously optimistic that interest rate cuts are on the horizon.
But I think the mood music is that they do feel that we've turned a corner on inflation, and the Bank of England governor is confident that we will move into cuts in interest rates.
Wednesday saw a potentially dramatic shift in the politics of Israel's war on Hamas as 3 European countries announced they're set to recognise Palestine as a state. The move is intended to open a path towards the much-discussed two-state solution when the war in Gaza finally ends. Ireland, Spain and Norway coordinated announcements of their intentions in a move that was immediately rejected by Israel, who recalled their ambassadors from all 3 countries for consultations and described the move as playing into Hamas's hands. The US position is that the Palestinian state should be recognised after negotiations, but Irish Taoiseach Simon Harris says that he's confident other countries will join the trio and announce recognition.
On the 21st of January 1919, Ireland asked the world to recognise our right to be an independent state. Today, we use the same language to support the recognition of Palestine as a state.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Atalanta make history, and could you manage one more period drama? Right after this.
It's that time of the year. Your vacation is coming up. You can already hear the beach waves, feel the warm breeze, relax, and think about work. You really, really want it all to work out while you're away. Monday.com gives you and the team that peace of mind. When all work is on one platform and everyone's in sync, things just flow. Wherever you are, tap the banner to go to Monday.com.
Welcome back.
Wednesday saw another Premier League manager box up his stuff and clear out his office. This time it was Manchester United's Erik ten Hag. With his side finishing 8th in the table, it can't have been too much of a surprise. Wednesday also saw the Europa League final take place in Dublin, with Italian side Atalanta facing down the unbeaten Bayer Leverkusen, managed by former Liverpool man Xabi Alonso. The game didn't go according to plan, though, as Atalanta dominated the German side and won 3-0 with the first ever hat-trick in a Europa League final from Ademola Lookman. It gave the Italian side their first trophy in 61 years, and the English-born striker was delighted to make history.
Yeah, one of the best nights of my life, yeah. Amazing performance from the team. Yeah, we did it. I'm just happy we won today, so yeah, I'm pleased.
One heck of a party tonight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Got to celebrate. We made history tonight.
Billie Eilish is busy promoting her third album called Hit Me Hard and Soft. She says it's her most honest work so far, and she appeared on Stephen Colbert's Late Show to chat about her inspiration and what she's hoping to achieve with it. She hasn't released any singles, but she is hitting the road for a massive tour starting in September. She says she's not worried about other people copying her style either, and that it can take time to figure out your own sound.
When I hear a song or I see an artist do something, or some younger artist comes out and they have a song that sounds like mine, people are like, and I'm just kind of like, it's okay. Like, let them figure it out. Inspiration is going to turn into more inspiration, is going to turn into more inspiration. And I think that you got to let yourself do that.
You might think the world has had enough of period dramas or historical epics, but there's a new one on the way. It's sort of a cross between Bridgerton and Game of Thrones, and it's rude, rowdy and entertaining. It's called My Lady Jane, based on a series of best-selling young adult books and starring Emily Bader as Milady, alongside Rob Brydon, Dominic Cooper, Anna Chancellor and many more. It hits Prime Video on June 27th.
Thought Sister Mary is the rightful heir to the throne. What if there was somebody else? Lady Jane. I'm intrigued. Nothing's more important than the monarchy. Quite.
As you can see, I still have my head. I intend to keep it. I want my life to be mine. Bollocks.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
How about Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries with breakfast?
Whoa, Dad, we're on
Crunch Island. It's Jean Lafoot.
And he stole our crunch.
Quick, the zip line.
He's getting away.
Throw our last Crunch Berry. No! No one steals my Crunch Berries.
I think you mean my crunch berries. Choose your own crunch venture with Captain Crunch.